Everybody, Glitch here, and welcome back to Monster Train. Back to our Hellhorned Underlegion run. Right in front of Seraph. Picked right last time for the upgrades. Let's see if that was a mistake. I gotta be honest, this run, I mean, it's not going poorly, but I don't know. Usually runs at this point, I feel like you've built up a lot of steam. I feel like you've built up a lot of power, and I don't feel that way right now. Particularly seeing how last battle went. It's not that it was close, but it just wasn't a clean sweep. So maybe we will get swept by Seraph. Who knows? We'll see. But we picked right, as mentioned. So we could look at our trinkets. We could look at our weapons. Get a heal here. Probably last thing we do is duplicate, just to see if Merchant of Arms offers something duplicatable. Although, full disclosure, I probably feel it should probably be this guy because he's very large, you know. But we'll see. Let's get our. Is there any reason not to pick this up right now? Not really. Let's get our heal. Just yeah, it'll be fine. Alright, what do we got for trinkets? Lightstone casing. Way too late on that. Jack strips and consumed crown. Plus 3 on Slay. Pretty okay for the Hellhorned Prince himself. Jack strips could help if he has those stupid 12 attack units. It's piercing damage too. That's pretty strong. I might pick that up just on the back of that alone. Obviously we can reroll. But before we do, let's see what the Merchant of Arms has. Dagger, nice. Inferno Room is interesting. Currently, I do not feel like I have a very potent top floor at all. It's pretty much just the commander himself holding it down. Yeah, the cluster colonel slowly building up an army of dudes. This could replace that. I just put like the lower floor. Put Inferno Room down there. Just let it blast the very first thing that comes up, or something along those lines. I question the validity of that though, because I mean, Cluster Colonel isn't bad. You know, he does okay. He does eventually build up a rather large room, right? So might be some value to that, and we give him enough time to do so when he's on 3rd floor. You want to merge anything? We don't have anything to merge. We could buy the Swift Steel Dagger and then merge it. Anything we care to make deployable? Maybe the Infectory. Uncertain. Could also make this deployable, but I don't know that we have the mana for it. Tough call here, man. Nothing really sticks out, to be completely honest. I do feel like we probably want to buy trinkets first, and I do feel like the Jack strips and the Consumed Crown are both at least of some value. The Jack strip helps weed out those small units that sneak upstairs, the backliners, that type of thing, which is very nice. And then this just helps us, I mean, kill. You know, that's what we're here for, right? To kill. The question is one or both. I didn't see anything impressive in the arms side. I think I'm actually gonna double tap it here and see what the reroll gives us. 1 energy per turn, -3 starter energy. No, I don't want to do that. Friendly unit, Scorched Steel might be strong. First time each turn a spell card with Consume is played, draw 1. I do have an okay amount of Consume. Not crazy, right? Just like 1 or 2, right? Yeah, that's 1. It's another one. Literally 1 or 2. Okay, so the reroll, kind of a whiff. Only thing valuable here is the Scorched Steel, as far as I'm concerned. Which is nothing to sneeze at. 5 armor. Already starts countering the corruption pretty handily, I think. Odie's Totem, I don't know. This feels like such a bait. This feels like such a bait card. I don't know about this at all. So probably Scorched Steel, but at this point, do we want something from here? The dagger's cheap. And we don't have a lot of equipment. That is tempting enough for me to buy it. And quick is a very strong stat. Let's not call it anything else, right? Could give it to Hornbreaker himself. The Hornbreaker himself. I think I will do that, yes. And then, do I reroll? If I reroll, I'll be able to buy, what, a 115 equipment? Something like that. Is 5 armor better than one of these equipments? If everything shows up with 5 armor. So let's think about Seraph himself, right? So Seraph is going to spawn and immediately going to put corruption on everything, right? So do we have any units that come in that we're worried about? Until the first Steelworker ping happens, right? The Jack-in-the-Box dies. Tough to care about that, to be honest with you. We might genuinely want the Scorch Armor to protect some of our lower health units and to protect the conscripts, right? Conscripts might not make it. I think I will buy the. I think I will buy the Scorched Steel, if only because I think it might actually protect the fun guys a little bit more. All right, so let's see how that does. We're obviously broke. I'm gonna duplicate something. Like I said, unsure if this is the correct plan, but maybe it's not even the possible plan. Oh no, there he is. I think it should be this guy. I don't know where that leaves us for space, so that might be where the mistake lies. And I'll be honest, I don't really feel like thinking about it. I'm just gonna do it, and that'll be that. Okay, so 25 gold and a dream. Let's see how this goes. Bring it on, Seraph. Alright, see what happens. Seraph is gonna, or excuse me, spacing is gonna be an issue here, I'm sure. We know we're doing this down here. We know we're putting the Rageborn. I should probably put him in the bag. Oh, it's armor 9. That's right, because of the Railhammer. Cool. I'm actually pretty happy about that. Put our Puffball. Yeah, this is probably actually just a very similar floor here, huh? Yeah. That has to be ideal. 4 mana so we can play everything. We do want our Mushy Room here, I think. Unfortunately, now we can't summon our Jack-in-the-Box down here, which means it doesn't get affected by the armor or anything of that nature. I think it'll be alright. Something like that, probably. Stupid Jack-in-the-Box surviving until the end. What a joke, man. That's okay. I think this will have to do. Alright. Bring it on, Seraph. Show me what you've got. Okay, well, we can play Dominion's Eye for literally free. Our poor Cluster Colonel gets absolutely wham jammed right away. Don't like that at all. We could double his armor if we really wanted to, but I don't see the point. Do we care to vent here? Is it ever ideal to vent? This is where Jackstrip comes into play. These guys just get absolutely toasted. I don't know who gets their corruption though. Curious. I think we might vent. I really do. Just to eliminate just the entire floor. But we don't need 15 damage. It would be nice though. Do we ever reinforce here early? Probably not. Yeah, I'm not a fan of already having some ticking damage on these. I don't really have a way to help them out either. So they're on their own. I don't have like armor gain that can happen up here, I don't think. Just on the Steelworker floors. Yeah. Spooky. It's gonna get really spooky really fast, I think. Is there anything to prolif? No. What do we got? We don't want that Resonant Ruin. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter too much. Okay, so let's see what the vent does here. Scary amount of damage to the front line already. It kills everything though, that's kind of what I want. And then I could have torched Seraph here, but 3 damage to 6,300 health. That really doesn't matter. I'm just scared for the Colonel here. I think, I'll be honest, I think he dies, like, sooner rather than later, but oh well. Maybe I should have put him behind the stupid Jack in the Box. Oops. Boring. Big man coming in. There's the typical lag this game goes through. My favorite. Wow, he dies. Oh my lord. Well, we should probably do something about that if we can. Maybe the Reinforce has to be now, or we Inferno right here, right now, and absolutely dominate the floor. That could be a thing. Could be a thing. How's the rest of it? Yeah. That sucks. I probably should have put him behind something. I keep making this mistake. I need to figure out if bosses spawn always on the highest floor that you have units. And I need to remember that, because I always lose units and stuff like this. So now my Colonel will not be building up a floor, and I actually don't think I have a way to save him here, right? So, no, because I don't have a way. I had to have done it last turn, yeah. So I'd have to restart the encounter. I'm not going to do that right now, to be completely honest with you. Puffball gets this equipment for sure. The question is, if I Inferno, does it say, oh, it's all units? I didn't see that when I picked this. Oh, well. So that's useless. Bummer. That's the second time I make this mistake with something like that. Pox was the other one, I'm pretty sure. Reading comp is hard. Stay in school. You know what I'm saying? So maybe a torch might be ideal here. I think we double his armor. Ooh. That is gnarly, bro. Gnarly. What if we do something like this? Yeah, that cuts down a humongous amount of damage. Which makes perfect sense. He's still losing almost all his armor, though. Which is very scary. And I'm pretty sure this guy gets away with it, right? Let's see if there's any better variables. I don't believe so, but I do have a couple of plans. But definitely we give him quick. And then what about the Eager Conscript? Yeah, that's what we want to freaking see, bro. He dies. I think I probably want to torch one of the front guys anyways. Right? Because he dies anyways. And that'll just get rid of some damage. Unfortunately, I can't give my Puffball anything. Yep. So I have to be what it is, I think. This is already getting spicy, man. I don't know. I don't know about this. Don't know about this. Sorry, cluster. Oh. Whoa. Alright. We're alright. I think. Alright. So that guy dies. Puffball takes a little damage. We're not worried about it. Front two die. What about up here? What's going on up here? They're just taking damage. That's A-okay. This doesn't chew through his... I think we give it home this turn. Do I want him taking this much double corruption? Probably not, right? He has quick, yeah? So he will attack before the guy. Okay, so he just dies. So if I make a conscript here, he takes the brunt. Yeah, he sure does. So that's good. So that solves that problem. On the bottom side, both of them have quick. I assume he attacks first. Kind of want to hit the back line if I can, but I don't believe I can. Like, I really don't believe I can. Maybe I give him 100 armor just to protect him, right? But it's, I mean, it's gonna keep building. Well, if I play my cards right, it'll keep building. Why doesn't... He's got reanimate, that's why. So he eats the first 2 hits. Is there any scenario where I send them up? What would be the point? To let my big guy put corruption on him would be probably would be the point. That seems okay. Does he kill the front guy? Not really. So maybe we do ascend here. Is there anything else we want to ascend? I mean, I know I want damage on the big guy, right? Tough turn, man. Alright, so if I ascend this guy, just a little bit of damage on everything, but he dies, and then this dude takes a ton of damage, and he gets, more importantly, he gets a very large amount of corruption, which is what I want. Loam coat doesn't really go on anybody, really. Any chance I conscript here to prevent some damage? Yes. And so then I think this is the answer here. And there's no region, no reason to region. I think we actually sap here too. Yeah, because sap is far higher than region. In my honest opinion, that could be a mistake. But sorry if you can hear my upstairs neighbor thumping around. I don't know, moving furniture or something. Nice. Yeah, big amount of corruption on this man. Look at him slicing. Oh, standard MT2 lag. Sorry about that. As if I can help it. Alright, here he comes. So I think my Jag in the box, yeah, Jag in the box dies. Everything else is taking a little bit of damage here. That's okay. Let's get rid of the resonant bell there, and we don't need money, so we're just gonna get rid of that. Got a branding right. Jeez. What are they doing up there? Sorry if you can hear that. I could spawn and consume and just absolutely blast something. I could also consume right here, but then that means the guy behind him would get hit, which I do not want. I doubt that heavily, Mr. Seraph, but whatever. Do we ever care to puffball anything here? Makes something 0 attack, that's for sure, which means they don't attack, which means they don't apply corruption. So that is a thing. But no, I think we focus our efforts down here. I think we probably destroy the floor, right? Oh no, but the reanimates. The reanimates are tough. This prevents damage though. Let's see what it looks like out of sheer curiosity. I mean, do we ever just do this just to protect my mans? Give him some rage. Seems fine, right? We scared about anything? Not really. Not really, yeah. Let's give Sap 3 to this guy. That way he doesn't attack. I think that's how that works. I could be wrong. That's okay. Goodbye, box. Bonk. Yeah, that floor is not long for the living. But I'm not sure what I was supposed to do about that. Yeah, he's getting very high on corruption stacks. I don't like that. That's very scary. Particularly now, since he's about to take all of the damage. Yeah, that's bad. I might have to Yeah, I might have to do that. How much damage is this? Not a lot. What do we got upstairs? Nothing really. Yeah, just give him 0 attack, whatever. And then that's not good. That's very much not good. And nothing dies up here. And one guy actually gains HP somehow. Can we racking pain something? Not enough. This is tough. We're getting ourselves into tough situations. This is what I said. I didn't really believe this run has a lot of going for it. That's what I meant earlier. I think I have to reinforce him here. I just don't see another way. I might also have to replace the mushy room. The sap is doing wonders in my opinion, but I think I actually need the infector here to protect my front dude from hits. I really do. That and hopefully the... So here's what I'm thinking. I don't like this, but it is what it is. Because that spawns a guy and that drastically lowers the amount of damage. Is there ever a universe where we do this? I mean, it's a lot, but it's not enough, right? No. So do we ever propagate? Propagate here, maybe? Very afraid about this man taking 47 damage here. Maybe I probably just reinforce instead. Let me see how that looks like. This is a tough turn. I don't know that we make it out of this one, I gotta be completely honest with you. Taking a while, taking a while, taking a while. Alright. Let's get that out there. So if we infectory... Yeah, like, so the game knows. The game knows what's gonna happen. I mean, maybe we just do it. That might just be what ends up happening. This is really scary. Really, really scary. Let's just put him at 0 for no reason. Was there any way to save this guy up here? There probably was. But I'm not sure how. Do I care too much? Kind of, but it is what it is. Nah, just let it roll. That top floor is bad. Real bad. I kind of needed to save the cluster kernel probably. 68 corruption. We'll be alright. Not a lot of damage. But I don't know that we survive this combat. I gotta be completely honest with you. Alright, so this is not a good draw. Do we just exterminate everything in a floor? Something like that. This guy dies, I don't need to worry about that. I'm surprised we have units of any type up there. Very surprising. I think we lower Seraph's power just a little bit. I think that might be good. And then probably do something like this. I think so. And then that helps keep our front line healthy. And it kills 2 of the chunky frontliners. I think that's gonna be the best I can hope for. Yeah. Nice. Jackstrip's doing jackstrip things. Alright, so this floor's toast. Let too many of these bells enter my deck, unfortunately. This is a horrendous draw. Just horrendous. So this entire floor dies, and I don't think I'm even incentivized to save him. To be completely honest. Yeah, this is bad, dude. We're gonna take a lot. We might just lose right here. like after this sequence of people goes upstairs, we might just lose. All right, so this dude dies to the first attack. That guy dies to yeah. So they just get systematically wiped out. The conscript I think saves the back steward, but I kind of don't care about that. Is there anything that I want to do here? Probably remove an attack, right? Remove 6 attack. These guys die to the jack strips, right? Or actually, they die just to attacking. Well, he dies to the jack strip anyways. But they die just to attacking. It might actually, if I let him attack, it might actually kill him before the thing. Before I get a bell. So this might be ideal right here. Just take a little bit less damage. And then, does this do anything? Not really. So this is hitting health bar. That's why. It's because it's the corruption stack. Jesus. Yeah, this is bad, dude. That draw was lethal as well. I mean, it is what it is, man. Alright, entire top floor toasted. I do not think we make it out of this one, ladies and gentlemen. So he's dead next turn, pretty much. Yeesh. Yeah, I think this run ends here. I have a feeling that yes, this run does in fact end here. But he takes a walloping for it. Any chance we can vent here? Any sequence of events that leads to somehow winning? Oof. Puffball dies too, huh? Brutal, man. Any sequence of events that prevents that? Let's see here. 27, 30. I mean, yeah, I can save him, but is it worth it? Maybe, I don't know. That might be a thing. Who knows right now? If I propagate, does that delay us at all? Not really, right? Just makes him take more damage, but... And I think I need to nuke everything in the room. Just to not get more attacks, right? Probably. We ever restart here? Come on. Ugh. There we go. I don't know that propagation is the answer here. I wonder if this is the answer. Everyone still dies, but he takes just a massive amount more damage. Let's explore that angle. I know, another load screen, I know. The feature's part of the game, alright? It's part of the game. It's alright to use it. Come on. Purge. Purge. That's if we don't die next turn, by the way. We very well could. Alright, so if we... What if we proliferate once and then kill everything? Because that's what it would take, right? Yeah. Oh no, it always ends up the same because this guy doesn't he doesn't die no matter what, right? Still 2,000 damage. That's the highest I can get it, right? Any chance the double hit in armor is more? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Well, we're gonna lose our strongest floor and deal a lot of damage to Seraph, but I don't think enough to kill him. It is what it is. I think we lose here. I don't think we had strong enough cards. And I don't think we played well enough either. That's okay. It happens. First run with the Hellhorned, it was bound to happen. I don't know all the cards super well, right? We're still doing a lot of damage to them. We got a lot of corruption on them. Alright. This guy kills us, maybe? No. But that floor definitely does. Once that floor gets upstairs. So pretty much this is our last turn here. Well, we definitely just play these out. Wow, he is so close. Are you kidding me? That's crazy how close he is. He is so close. Oh, man. We're so close. And I mean, these kill us, right? Yeah, the big guy just absolutely whomps us. That sucks, dude. Well, it is what it is, man. We don't have a choice here. Just let the chips fall where they may. And say goodnight, Irene. Yep. Boosh. Very close. Very, very close game. That's alright. I think we did pretty good. Got all the way to the end. Sort of just getting the Hellhorn back. What is this? March of Shields. Advanced Supply Armor 12. Cool. It's also, I mean, we're attempting Covenant 9 with a rank 2 clan, you know, like someone triggers an additional. What the? That is crazy. All right, what else do we get? Level 3, nice, impressive. Attune, sacrifice imp, do 50 damage to the front enemy unit. Cool. Yeah, broken horn, conserve. Wow, 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 wow. This is what I'm saying. We're attempting very high covenant with none of these like powerful things in the pool, and we unlocked Underlegion stuff. Pandemic, consume, apply decay 8, and sap 2. Add a copy of this card to your discard pile. Cool, very cool. Twin Minds, create a permanent copy of the first consume card played each battle. Super cool as well. And then the other commander. You unlock the alternate champion for this clan. You can now choose to start runs with this champion and their starter card. Yeah, this is what we were here for, right? Unlocks. We unlocked the Awoken. Apparently we unlocked whatever this is. Just about. And our pyre was doing work, which is very funny. Alright. Well, a fortunate ending to the run, but we kind of saw it coming. Let's take a look at this champion before we... Oh, it's my cat in the background. Wanting attention. He'll get it soon enough. What's this? Madame Lion's Mane. Decay 2. Cool. So she must be maybe the Dottie champion, if you will. Certainly the person that designed this champion also designed that one second to last boss. You know the one. Athane is her name or whatever. You know, I'm sure you can see the resemblance. Anyways, that'll be that for this one. Unfortunate ending to that. Probably if I had restarted the fight, I could have squeaked in like a little bit more damage somewhere. I'm sure. Not losing the cluster kernel alone might have done it. But it's okay. You know what? We take the losses in stride. Thanks for watching. See you next time. I don't know what run will be next, but still enjoying this game quite a bit. We got a lot to unlock. Actually, I lied. I completely lied. I know what run is next. The Sentient. Probably something like this is probably what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah. I want to see this combo. I don't know if it's going to be strong or not. That's really not the point anyways, right? It's just for fun. Just to have fun. Anyways, yep, so see you next time. Very likely for this combination of things. Thanks for watching. Peace.